Good evening and welcome to the second attempt of the 2019. We're not going to call it the Christmas New Year special this time. We're going to call it just the New Year special because we're going to try this again. Last week was a total flabbergasted. And I'm sorry that I got kind of like, it really sucked the starting off the ending of the new year that way and everything. Well, Brenda and I and a couple of others were talking just before the show, and I was like, I do close to 50 shows a year. Sometimes I've done about 50, and this year I think I only did like 40 shows this year. So I'm a little bit behind. But my point is only one or two shows a year do I really have that kind of a problem. And, so I'm kind of blessed. And maybe just last week, everybody at the particular time when I decided to have my show decided to jump on through the internet and talk to their family and their loved ones and everything. And God bless them if they got through, because they sure messed me up. But, so it is what it is, but I didn't see a reason for carrying on out because I was breaking up so bad. And I saw that myself. And I'm looking over here now on my feed on the other side, and it looks perfect, crystal clear. So I think we're going to get this one through tonight. So sorry for that happening. Sometimes it happens and there's not a whole lot I can do with it. Before we go any further, let me talk about my wonderful sponsors. There are Devobel Technologies for web design, development, and hosting. Visit devobel.com. FastCap, innovative products for the professional woodworker. Go to fastcap.com. Rockler, 60 years in woodworking. Create with confidence. Visit rockler.com. Bearwood Supply Company, your best choice for hard-to-find woodworking supplies. Go to bearwood.com. Klingspor, the sanding specialist, woodworkingshop.com. And Seiko, the scroll saw specialist, seiko.com. So if you remember from last week, I told you you're going to need a pen and a piece of paper. So you might as well go ahead and get that ready and get set for it. And we will go ahead and start. This is going to be a quick one tonight and get it over and done with. We've been watching grandkids after grandkids because of the holiday season and, daughters and sons and stuff having to go back to work. And one of the little darlings gave me a bug. So I've been hacking and coughing. My sides actually hurt from coughing so much in the last 48 hours. So it's not going to be a long drawn out deal tonight. So let's start from my right to my left, and he's going to love it because he's not going to be prepared. I can pretty well guarantee it. And that's Russ Meadows.
Yes, you're right. Russ Meadows, Rusty Nails Woodshop, Facebook, Instagram, and chasing Chris Ahern for that beer he owes me. Other than that, you ain't going to find me.
Other than that, we ain't going to. Well, it's good. It's good to have you back on kind of a normal basis.
I'm glad to be back, tell you the truth. I really am. I was getting kind of bored being retired.
Now, have you got your house pretty well 100% in shape?
Not 100%. I still have a couple pieces of trim work that I'm eyeballing, trying to figure out how in the world I'm going to put them up there because they got crazy angles.
Yeah.
And I'm the type of guy that I got to look at it and figure it out in my head before I can get it up there and do it. So that's all I got left.
I understand. Well, we just, now that we're talking about it back and forth, we just, we redid my living room ceilings, and then the dining room ceiling had water damage. And me and my sons over the New Year's holiday, New Year's weekend, in other words, tore it all out and redid it and everything. So matter of fact, Wednesday, I wasn't able to do the Twitch show because of getting everything done and trying to put back together. So, and then we still got a couple more. Well, my bedroom has ceiling water damage, and so we got to redo that. And then we're going ahead and putting brand new floors in the living room or the dining room and kitchen and everything, and getting that over with. But
that I'm going to do that further down the line. That's already in the plans.
We're talking about a year since the hurricane went through.
I know. That's a long time. So. You put your popcorn back up?
No, hell no. I hate popcorn. We went back. I just shot it with a orange. It's called an orange peel ceiling.
I got you.
It's not the big knockdown where you scrape, shoot the big blobs and scrape it off. I just shot it with an orange peel, almost like a wall texture.
Yeah, we did that pretty much on our walls all the way around.
Yeah,
That's
I
what
shot
she
that on the
wanted.
ceiling too. And then I mean, you paint it, and then if you get a cobweb, you brush the cobweb off, and you don't the whole damn ceiling down trying to brush the cobweb off.
Right.
All right. Next is Paul.
And I was ready.
Oh, yes, you were. You responded quick.
I was ready. I had my little pointer on the mute button, and I was ready. Paul Corliss, Paul's Messy Workshop on YouTube and Instagram. And hey, Russ Meadows, you know, when you put trim up, if you're going to paint it, caulk is your friend.
It is. I found that out too.
Trust me, I know that too.
Yep, a little bit of caulk hides a lot of stuff.
How's your wife doing, Paul?
Hey, she's doing pretty good.
All right.
Doing pretty good.
She's doing pretty good. All right.
Yep.
How cold is it up there?
It was warm today. I think it was about 45 today. We're having a warm spell, but it's going to get cold down in the 30s the end of next week.
45. Wow.
45.
It was 68 today in where I'm at, and it'll probably drop down in the low, maybe mid 50s tonight.
Yeah, well, it's getting down in the 20s tonight. So.
Ooh.
Yeah. Well, hey, inside it's 72. So.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Al Forte.
Hello, everyone. Good evening. Good afternoon. Good morning. All over the world. Wait a second. That's a different intro. Great to be here. Happy New Year, everyone. And like I said, good to be here. Can't wait to win all the prizes.
Cool.
I'm gonna win, all right.
Oh yeah. Well, you're eligible for some of them. A few of them are for the chat only. And yes, we are giving away some stuff tonight. So, but some of them for the chat only, and then some of them will be for everybody. So,
good. Sounds great.
Ken Moon.
I'm sorry, I was zoning out.
Moon.
Ken Moon Creations here. You can find me on YouTube, Moon Pie Creations. And I gotta say right now, I've been asked about that big giant thing I called the Cube of Destiny. I finished it today. The video will be out next Friday.
Cool. Great. Just so that we will know, we have Michelle Marcoux. We have Natanic Woodcrafting with Chris Nealon. Ken McCrory.
Niantic.
I'm sorry. Aussie Man. Is Donna's Wood Art is in the chat. Just to name a few, and I'm running back up there. Niantic. Yeah, it is Niantic, ain't it? I got to have glasses, I swear. I told my wife the other day, please make an appointment. I couldn't eat. We went out to eat, and I couldn't hardly read the menu. So, I was doing great, and this just kind of snuck up on me. So,
well, at Carrabba's, you probably don't need a menu.
No, we didn't go to Carrabba's. We actually went somewhere else for a change. Charles Spooneybarger is in the house out there. Dave Hart. So just to name a few, and let's go on down the line, and it is Mr. Matt Haas.
Hello, everyone. Matt Haas from Awesome Wood Things. I am glad to be here. You can also sometimes find me on Brenda G's Designs channel. Her and I have a show going on over there, but I'm glad to be here. I make things in my wood shop that are awesome. I have a lot of videos in the pipeline. I'm excited, thrilled to be here. Looking forward to some of those prizes. Should be a fun time.
It should be, and yes, I've caught your first show with you and Brenda. Yeah, mine equals blown the other day. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to catch it the other night, but when y'all were on. But yeah, that was pretty cool. I was trying to feed y'all a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, you got a couple good ones in there. You blew our mind a little bit. That's good. Okay, cool. Doesn't happen often.
Jim Bashirs.
Hey, Jim Bashirs from Driveway Workshop, and Matt is right. If you haven't gone to Mind Equals Blown yet, it is a lot of fun. You can creep around on the internet and find some really weird facts to throw out there that everybody thinks you knew ahead of time.
Yeah.
Make yourself look like you're cool. That's for Matt. So Yep, glad to be here.
I know. Trust me, a few of the ones that I posted, I was like, really?
I didn't.
But yeah, it ended up being true. So,
Yeah.
Dixon.
Hey, Russ. Happy New Year to everybody. Dixon Hoffman. You can find me on hoffmansignsanddecal.com, the website. And that's about it. Should have a good show tonight.
I'm hoping so. At least my feed looks halfway decent over there. Chris.
Hey, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages. Chris Ahern here from the Old Cranky Workshop. Shop is technically shut down for the winter, but we're getting out there every now and then when Mother Nature brings the temperature above 35 degrees and the propane can last long enough to throw some heat out. So hopefully we'll get some projects done this winter, but I'm not really betting the mortgage on it. So other than that, happy to be here, and I'm going to leave you to the wonderful, the beautiful, the talented Brenda.
Well, it's Brenda, Debbie's sister.
Well, there's that, yeah.
Well, thank you for that very warm introduction. I'm Brenda G of Brenda Designs. I do a live stream on Thursday nights with Matt Haas generally. This week will be a little bit different because Matt is going to take a sabbatical to do a comedy live show of his own. And I will have Shelly Cole of Know What Mom Knows as my co-host this week. So I hope everybody will join me at 7 p.m. Eastern time on my channel. And with that, we'll turn it back over to Russ.
Cool. I'm going to be watching that. Well, you and Shelly, that's going to be awesome. That'll be
special guest star, Shelly Cole.
Yeah, that'll be pretty well. That'll be pretty cool. There are we got 45 people watching, and I got 24 thumbs up. That doesn't equal. So if you would please, go ahead and start hitting that thumbs up and get that up to the equal amount that we have people out there watching. So I would appreciate it very, very much if you would do that. So Donna of Wood Art is out there. Donna Presley. She's a very good friend of mine. I'm glad to see her back up and running on the internet. She had some things going on in her family and different things. And I understand that very much. And just when we're talking about that with family, just real quick, and I don't want to dwell on this and get everybody in a sad note or whatever, but I just found out my niece has stage 4 lung cancer. And so anybody that does pray and do pray, I would ask that you keep her in your thoughts and prayer. Her name's Lona Cumby. And yeah, she has found out she's about a little bit younger than I am. We're about the same age. But yeah, she just found that out the other day. And the weird thing about it is she was in the hospital and they did some tests on her and so she goes back about 6 or 8 months later, but the type of cancer they say that she has is very fast spreading. So, and then I know that James Parker, who usually is in the chat out there, and he supports me and he's a good friend. He lives up in Ocala, Florida. I know for a fact that his wife has now been diagnosed with cancer, and also his granddaughter has cancer.
Wow.
So so I would ask that you remember James, his wife and his granddaughter, in your prayers also. It's, I posted that today. Cancer comes as in a thief in the night and steals your loved ones. And that's true. I've lost my father from prostate cancer. I've lost a sister from a lung cancer. And I've lost a few friends and other family members throughout the years from cancer. And my brother, Ken, who lives, matter of fact, we're like the last of the Mohegans, him and I, are the last of our generation. But, and he's a cancer survivor. He had colon cancer and he survived that, and he's doing very, very well, very well. So I just, say a little prayer for those people that have cancer.
And by the way, Jimbo is out there in the chat tonight.
Good. But yeah, pray for his wife and his granddaughter. I would ask that very much so. But you can't say enough about it. It's a bad situation, and I hope they come up with a cure. I truly, really do hope they come up with a cure. And until then, I guess we're gonna have to deal with it and deal with losing some of our loved ones and our friends. So, okay. So that being said, I do want to change the momentum of the show because I don't want to get it all down and everything. I just feel that, I just wanted to ask that. But first off, there's something you want to put on your piece of paper, and it is contest at simplywoodencreations.com, because that is where you're going to be making all the emails to for the wins. Now, the subject line is going to change for a few of these, but other than that, you'll need to go to contest at simplywoodencreations.com. So put that on your piece of paper.
I've got that on my speed dial, Russ.
Yeah, I know. A lot of people do. So that's the first thing. So
I got it.
Yep. Got it. Okay, so we're going to give these first 3 prizes. They're not big prizes, but I just wanted to give the chance for the chat to have I wanted to play a little game and watch how quick they could go through and figure out things. But the first 3 prizes I have sitting over here, and so the first prize is up. I'm not going to tell you what it is. You're just going to have to answer the question. And I've already got these. And I do want to say, this is the disclaimer. I reserved the right to, because we got into that little thing about which was the first show or whatever in the last little contest. And we're not going to do that anymore. I'm just going to call it what it is and say, this is the way it's going to go. So that's the disclaimer. I have reserved the right to be able to do that since it's my contest. So for the chat, and only the chat, here is your question. The first one that comes up with this, the season, the episode, and the person's name will be up for the first prize. And what season episode did we feature the inventor of the Rockler Miterfold dado set, and who was he? I had him on my show. He was the inventor of the Miterfold dado set.
So are they going to email this to you, or are they going to?
No, they're going to put it in the chat. I want them to do this in the chat. This is for the chat only.
All right.
So far, no answers.
Yep. So he invented it. He contacted Rockler. They were interested. They took it over and they developed it.
Chris Nealon says his brain hurts so far. That must have been a toughie.
Okay. And we had him on the show and we talked about it.
Oh, Paul Desmond for the win.
Maybe.
Was it season 3, episode 5?
Yep. No.
No. But who was it?
He's close, but no cigar.
Paul, I feel so bad for you.
Let me go. Somebody go back and look at season 3, episode 5, because I got it written down as something else.
Saison 3. Let's see. Simply.
Just check it out to make sure.
You know, you have 247 videos.
Yeah.
Wow.
Season 3, episode 5 is what he said, and that's not what I've got.
Season 4, season videos.
Well, I think I have a winner. A winner. I think I have a winner. I think I have a winner. But check out the 5 first.
No, the 5 wasn't correct.
Yep, and Mandy.
Sorry, Paul. Don't spam the place with
Mandy
thumbs down
5.
Now,
Can somebody read that? 52799. Is that what it is? She said Andy Klein, season 3, episode 15.
that is correct.
And that is correct.
527.
Okay.
Mandy. It was Andy.
Yep, Mandy. Mandy, if you're listening and want you will go home, or you're going to get the 4-in-1 mini screwdriver set. And now these people that are win these first 3 prizes in the chat are eligible to win all the prizes. So you can resubmit this. But for you, send an email to me at contest at simplywoodencreations.com with your address and everything, so I can send this to you and put in the subject line mini screwdriver.
Oh, that's Mandy Spooneybarger.
Yeah, Manny.
Our new friends.
Yep.
At the Spooneybarger household.
All right, just put in the subject line mini screwdriver. So I'll know that you won this particular one for tonight. And you're still available for all the other prizes too. So,
Russ, I'm afraid that family's going to just start draining your supplies down.
Yeah. And now you're not available for the next 2 questions. You're just available for the next 4 or 5. Yeah, give somebody a break for the next 2 questions if you wouldn't mind. If that makes sense. In other words, the other gifts that I have, the first 3 questions are for the chat and chat only. And so if you would give the other people a chance to answer the questions in the chat, and then once we get to the bigger prizes, then you can be entered for that.
I'm waiting for the sailboat anyways.
Yeah, I've got, we're talking about a sailboat. I've got a yacht. We're giving away a yacht tonight.
We got to do a bass boat first.
Yeah, we're gonna give away a yacht of nothing.
we already gave Shane the bass boat.
Okay,
Shane
let
would
me
be
get
jealous.
back to this and the second. All right, for the second one, in what season episode did this person break the PG-13 rating for the show, and who was it?
Oh God, it was all of us. Are you kidding? At one point.
Oh,
Does that include before the show and after the show?
Yeah, is that
Oh,
the
Don't
chat
mention
before the
names.
show?
No names. No names.
You have asked
the
this
name. I
question
don't know the
before, Russ.
yep. Hey, y'all all be quiet on the panel. This was the first person to break the PG-13 live on the air. What season, episode, and what was his name? We all laugh about it from time to time.
Got a clue? It's a him.
The chat has stopped scrolling. Everybody's stumped.
Yeah, they're all looking.
I know who, but I don't know when.
Yeah, I know who it was too.
Same here.
Katie says it wasn't her.
Henning says season 2-13, Mike Fulton.
I don't have that same information.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
So somebody verify the season 213, because I don't think that's right. I believe I looked all these up and even double verified it.
Well, if you have the answer and your answers are final.
Well, I know, but I just don't want to be totally stupid.
You looked at the wrong episode.
If it might be I mean, I've looked at things and wrote them down and come back later on and looked. Hey, I just cut a board the other day to put in my dining room. It was supposed to be 7 foot 1/4 inch, and I cut it 6 foot 1/4 inch. Had to go all the way to Home Depot to buy another damn board.
Measure twice, cut once, Russ.
He really went to Lowe's, guys.
So, okay, now he come back and got it right. It was Dan Inge got it right the second time.
We're good, Dan.
Yeah, it's 216, episode 2, or season 2, episode 16. Mike Fulton. He said 13 the first time, which was incorrect.
All right.
So Dan,
correct,
got it right. Yeah, Mike Fulton dropped the F-bomb on the show, and we had never had really a cuss. I mean, I don't consider hell or ass a cuss word. I mean, jackass is in the Bible. Give me a break. And hell,
I don't think I've ever talked to Mike and not heard him say the F-bomb.
Well, yeah. Mike, but when I asked him to be on the show, I even said, Mike, I understand, but can you try tone it down? He was like, oh, no problem. And he made it all the way to the end of the show.
And then he got excited.
And no, he got excited was when we talked about the Woodshop Confessions.
Yeah.
And he was like, I had that piece of wood in my hand, and I had a brand new drill bit and and I started drilling.
I remember that now.
I do too.
Oh, good old Mike F-bomb Fulton to the rescue.
It kind of is his favorite word. So
Yeah,
I
so
have to give him a
and I
pass.
was thinking to myself the whole way through, I'm like, oh my God, we made it. So
Nope.
He's a fellow Hoosier too. He's only like he's right by Indianapolis.
yeah, I love Mike Fulton. Don't get me wrong.
Yep.
I mean, he's a great guy. I love him to death. But he was like, sorry, Russ.
Well, the funny is, once he said it, he knew. Oh, crap.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't pull that one back. Yeah.
Okay, so Dan, if send the email to contest@simplywoodcreations.com, and in your subject line, put, oh, this is what you're going to win, the 6-in-1 screwdriver. So put 6-in-1 screwdriver.
If it means anything, Mandy said that's her favorite word too. So
Oh my goodness.
So Dan put 6-in-1 screwdriver. This is what
I
you
knew I liked this crowd.
So Russ,
no kidding.
prizes?
Huh?
Prizes that were left over in Santa's pouch or in the sleigh or something? I mean,
Those were the ones that fell out of the pouch.
yeah.
So why? What are you talking about?
I don't know. I'm just trying to talk.
They've got reindeer poo all over them, don't they?
You're giving stuff away and he's giving you a
Are you
hard time.
grabbing about what I'm giving away? You know, you don't have to come on the show anymore if you don't want. I mean, come on.
I just figured Santa Claus left them behind. That's all.
No, he didn't. I thought they were fairly good prizes for the chat.
Well, yeah. I mean that they are. Indeed.
Not good for the panel, but good for the chat.
Well, hopefully,
No, that you have a panel that they're going to have the same opportunity to win the 2P10 kit and everything else. Y'all are a bunch. I'm going to tell you, I'm going to start doing the show on my own.
Some nights you are.
I'm not going to have no damn.
We just kind of sit here spaced out some nights, and you do you do have to do it by
The
yourself.
last couple of weeks, we thought about having it without you.
Oh, snap.
You see what I get? I'm going to talk to the chat right now. You see what I get in appreciation for anything I do? These
Nothing
guys
but
are
love,
here
Russ.
every
Nothing
week,
but love.
and this is the appreciation I get. Oh, man. I am getting such a rough time tonight. Oh, my God. I feel the love. I really do.
It's that Jim Bashir is starting all this mess.
Yeah,
you know that,
Sorry,
right?
guys.
Well, there's always one person that stirs the pot.
All right. So the third question is, what was the first season episode that the woodworker known for his dancing first appeared on the show? What was his name in the episode? The woodworker that is known for his dancing.
Wasn't me. I hate to dance.
The first
know the name.
episode that he appeared in, and what was his name? This is just for the chat.
I better be quiet. I got in trouble.
There's a block thing on here. Just real quick, I can go click, click, and you're off of here.
Block, block, block. Click, click, click.
Yeah, I'll be the only one on here talking to my
Oh my God!
that loves me so very
You'll
much.
still be in the chat. You'll have to block us from the chat.
Russ, you only think that cat loves you. That's the whole thing with cats.
Season 1.
What I put up with to have a show.
Wow.
But I don't know what I'd do without you guys. It's fun. It's, it carries over so much. I've had, did I tell y'all last week that my brother in Atlanta watches me?
It goes all the way to Atlanta.
My brother.
Cool.
Yes, you told us that.
Yeah, you did.
my brother and his wife watch me up in Atlanta.
You got an answer.
Yep.
Paul Desmond says season 2, episode 8, Chad Stamp.
Paul, are you guessing again, buddy? Or
That's it. Season 2, episode 8, Chad Stanton. Who was that? Paul Desmond.
Paul, he shoots, he scores.
Very
All
good.
right, Paul Desmond.
Season 2, episode.
All right.
8.
So, Paul, and send the email to contest@simplywoodencreations.com. In the subject line, put 6-in-1 screwdriver.
In the orange colored.
And
Every time he picks that up, I keep thinking he's got an orange popsicle in his hand because it comes off the side of the screen when it pulls it up.
it's a 6-in-1 screwdriver.
Yeah, I got it now. I'm good.
And so put that, and then I will send that one to you. Okay, those were the first three that were actually just for the chat. Now, they're going to go in this order. What you will do is you will write, as I ask them down, you're going to write down the name or the information.
Can you back up here, please?
And you're going to send me an email with all 4 of these answers in it.
Okay.
And then when there's going to be 4 answers. You're going to have to listen all the way through.
4.
Once you get all these 4 answers in your email, I'm going to show you as I ask each answer, they're going to go in chronological order. And what will be when I do the drawing, the first prize that I show you will go to the first person out of that bunch of emails. The second prize will go to the second person out of that bunch of emails, and the third prize will go to that third, and the fourth will go to that fourth for all these next answers. So you in the chat are also available, and all you on the panel are available for this one.
Let me get
Which
my
one's
email
the sailboat?
So,
I gotta get my email card.
but so you'll have to send me and on this one, I want you to put in the subject line so everybody gets this straight: the 2019 prize giveaway. That will be in your subject line for this next giveaway that starts. Will be 2019 prize giveaway.
Is there a deadline?
Yeah, let's make it midnight tomorrow night, so that I have a lot of people that watch me overseas that won't see in this till sometime tomorrow, and I want them to be able to have an opportunity. But midnight tomorrow night.
Yeah, midnight Eastern.
Yeah, Eastern Standard Time tomorrow night. Because I do have a lot of people from New Zealand, Australia, all over the world that actually watch me, and I'd like for them to have it too. And you out there in the chat.
Al, you got your email started already?
Yes.
I do too.
Good.
So do I.
But I'm going to write it down too.
Okay, so the first prize we are going to give away in this is
Russ's fishing boat. Okay, not
the
P2K10 or something like that.
Oh, I could use that. Yeah.
I could use that too.
I left all my stuff out in the garage and it froze over last
This
winter.
is the first prize that we're going to be giving away is the 2P10 kit.
Awesome.
So what's supposed to be in the subject line?
I want the 2P10
2019 prize giveaway.
There you go.
2019 prize giveaway.
And you need to put down the answer to this, and I want the season, the episode, and the person in your answer. And what season episode were we introduced to the saw stop table saw, and who was the guest woodworker?
The guy with no fingers. Who was that? God, I keep forgetting.
And I'm going to take a short break, and I will be right back while y'all are getting that all.
Dang,
That was good.
what was that?
That was really good.
So while Russ is gone, do you guys, the guys on the panel here, do you watch what's going on in real time on one screen and then watch what's going on in the chat in the other one? See, I do that, but it makes Russ look like he's in a Godzilla movie.
Yeah,
Because over here,
exactly.
lips are going, and then over here, I get a different one. Do you guys get that too? It's like Vertigo, but audio Vertigo.
My big screen is always
The
delayed.
video and the audio never match up.
They
Yeah.
never,
Jim,
yeah,
you're
it's so
doing it
weird.
right now.
It's just so weird. Yeah.
Chris, I'm not even
I just
watching
wanted-
the other thing. Your lips are moving and your audio's not matching up. It must be the beer.
I just wanted to throw that out there because it's not easy being on the panel, people.
No, this is
It's a tough job, and we don't get half the credit it's worth.
Well, we get paid exactly what we're worth, though, so I think it kind of washes out in the long run.
Yeah. This is
Yep.
Hey,
That's
Jim,
what's keeping Chris Ahern
Yes, sir.
afloat. That panel paycheck.
Yep.
you paid with your value.
Yeah.
I watched the panel, but then I have the chat opened up so I can see what's being chatted. That's
So-
I'll wait. He's back.
All right, did y'all find that out?
I think that was
What was the question?
Hey, I got a clue.
Talk tomorrow night at midnight.
The guest was not the woodworker named Stubby Nubs. Okay.
No.
What not?
His name isn't Nubby Stubby.
Stubby Nubs.
It's not Lefty. It's not Stubby Nubs.
Y'all get so. What you're going to do is you're all going to send all this information in, and then I'm going to take and randomly pick from everybody that sends this information in that has the answers exactly right. And I'll do, actually what I'm going to do is do a drawing, and I'll probably do it live on my Twitch channel Wednesday night, and then Thursday post it on Facebook who won the prizes. So Wednesday night on Twitch will be a live drawing of all these names, and then we'll go from there and post it on Facebook on Thursday to who all gets the prizes. Okay,
yeah,
so
we got a lot of shows to go through.
if you want to know early, you can come watch me on Twitch on Wednesday night.
There you go.
If not, you can wait till Thursday and I'll post it on Facebook.
No, I'm scrolling to the shows. We got a lot of shows to go through.
Okay, so let me write this down. This is the next one we're going to do. So,
That's not a question.
Yeah, it's Simply Wooden Creations on Twitch. Dennis.
yes, it's Simply Wooden Creations on Twitch.
Yeah.
Go to Twitch and type in Simply Wooden Creations. You'll find it. Okay, for the next one, this is going to be for the tall bot and the tape measure from FastCap. Or a high bot, I should say. It's a high bot, not a tall bot. High bot.
You get the high bots if you live in Michigan or Colorado.
But they're banned in California.
Yeah.
Or Canada.
Or Canada. Yeah. I didn't know if he
Okay,
was going to
and
trans
this
or
one
ship
is-
things overseas. Yeah.
Well, Washington. Ossiman's got
Okay. She turns and makes some peculiar looking woodworking projects.
Oh, I know who that is.
And what season episode was she a guest, and what was her name? She turns and makes some peculiar looking woodworking projects. And what season episode was she a guest, and what was her name?
And it is not Stubby Nubs.
Or Ken Moon.
And remember, all these go to
Contact Simply Wooden Creations.
simplywoodencreations.com.
Oh, Katie's bailing out here.
Good night, Katie.
Good night, Katie.
Love you.
Yeah, if Katie can't be here, I don't know if we can all be here.
Let's go down the list real quick. What time are we running in here?
We're at
8:40.
8:40. Okay.
Yes.
Let's go. I know I'm going to pick a few of you that's been around with me for a while. And Chris, we'll start off with you. You've been here forever. You're old as dirt. And what was probably some of of all the people that we've had on the show, what were probably some of your ones that you were most fond of the shows? Can you?
I think my favorites were the I'm gonna forget the names. I'm sorry about that. I'm terrible with names. The guy who did the shells, the seashells.
Steve Garrison.
Okay.
That was one of mine.
And the inlay. kid
Sean
that-
Rubino.
Yeah. And what's his name down in Australia? The kid.
Oh yeah, I can't.
Way back in the beginning.
Yeah, way back in the beginning. I know you're talking about. Yeah, I can't think of his name off the top of my head.
For a young guy, I was very impressed with his limited tools, limited resources, and the
Yeah.
work he was doing. I was like, wow. And our kids can't get their thumb out of their butt. You
Yeah.
know, I
agree
was just amazed at that kid. So those are my three favorites of all the shows and all the guests we've had.
Yeah. No, I
we've
agree
had
with you.
tremendous guests. Tremendous guests. I'm not knocking anybody.
Oh, I know.
But-
We've had some really great guests. We've had Steve Carmichael on here. We've had Nick Perry on here. We've had a lot of great woodworkers.
Those seashells off a scroll saw.
I know.
I was just amazed. I never, honestly, I have never even considered changing the angle of my scroll saw tabletop.
Yeah.
I always thought it was just a plain surface, 45-degree angle.
You should
That's
go
the
see
top.
some of the newer shells that he's producing.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, you would blow your mind away.
That's watching that show. I have played with my scroll saw at angles more than I care to count.
Yeah.
So,
like I said, you should go look at some of the shells he's doing now because they would blow your mind away, literally.
I'm eventually going to try it, but I kind of chicken out every now and then with expensive wood. Like, I don't want to do it.
And when you say that, I laugh because I know you're not what you would consider. You haven't done a lot of scroll sawing. I've done all my life done scroll sawing, and I have yet to tackle one of those shells.
I want to see you do it because you're more experienced.
That's going to be done live this year on Twitch.
That would be cool to watch.
Yeah, we're going to do a scroll saw shell live this year on Twitch. I've already made that decision that I'm going to do that. And I've been putting it off, and I don't know why, because it's really not that hard what he's doing. It looks complicated, and I understand if you've never done it, but what he's doing is really not that hard. Right. And the overall effect is just astronomically beautiful when he creates.
No, I rewatched some of those videos. I've on his page, like for his stuff. I'm like, you break it down. You're right. It's not that difficult. It's the fear of here's an expensive piece of wood, and I'm doing something outside my comfort zone.
Yeah.
And if I trash it, this expensive piece of wood is winding up in the burn pile.
Yeah. Well, what you do is you cut the first few of them. You cut the first one or so of them out of some cheap wood.
Right. Yeah. I understand that. Yeah. Sure.
Just use some regular pine and stuff and cut them out. And then once you've made a couple of them, you go like, okay, now I can get into the walnut, cherry, and stuff like that. That's really expensive. But
it's just the fear. It's fear. You got to push past it.
Let me tell you. Steve Garrison, go look him up on Facebook, Google him, and go look for the shells that he makes on a scroll saw. These are some of the most beautiful works of art. And not only him, he's got a following that are making some of these and some of the most beautiful woodworks that you've ever seen in your life. You're going,
I saw a few at the New England Woodworking Show a couple of years ago, and they all gave credit to Steve for their work because they got the ideas from him and they learned from him. So he's definitely affecting people out there. But those are my favorites right there.
His following gets more and more and more.
Yeah. So anybody else? Who else is with their favorites?
Yeah. Let's do the next giveaway real quick. So this is what you're going to need for the next one, and this is the answer to this one. And what season episode did we broadcast live from Atlanta, Georgia, and who was my sidekick? Yeah, what season episode did we broadcast live from Atlanta, Georgia, and who was my sidekick? And when I say my sidekick, the very first person when we started the transmission was beside me because a bunch of people came in during that transmission, but the very first person who was sitting there with me. Did Russ Meadows leave here?
Yeah, I don't know if he left on his own or
yeah, he said he'd be right back.
Connection. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, he beamed up.
he's going to recharge his
dilithium crystal.
Yeah.
Oh, and I forgot what we were giving away on that one, didn't I? Actually, I didn't even say what we're giving away. So for that one is going to be
drum roll, please.
from Rocklear. Bench cookies.
Rockler.
Work Gripper Master Kit.
Is Rocklear a subsidiary?
Rocklear. I know it's Rocklear.
He did it again.
I'd stick with this subsidiary thing, man.
Notice this time it was not me, Russ. Okay.
Y'all can all KMA. So that's the big, and so Ken Moon, you're disqualified. And yes, I said Rocklear, not Rockler. I'm bad about that. So
I'm disqualified because
that was for that question. So if you want to enter in to win the bench cookies from Rockler, it's what episode did we broadcast live from Atlanta, Georgia, and who was my sidekick? That's for these.
So how many people are freezing that screen right now and blowing it up?
Yeah.
Show of hands. Just put your hands up.
Freezing what screen?
The screen that he had all the questions on.
Oh.
And the answers.
Oh, all this?
Yeah.
I see you.
Well, it doesn't take us rocket scientists to figure some of these things out. So
I got that one.
yeah.
Whether Russ realized that you threw a clue out there.
And yes, I did throw a clue out there. I did that intentionally. I just hope everybody would pick that
I
up.
kind of thought I knew who it was, and when you said that, I knew who it was.
Yeah, I mean, I did throw that out there a little. So, Chris has been around. Who was the John Schaffner's been around since Dirt.
Yeah, he wasn't feeling good tonight, though.
Yeah, I know he hasn't been feeling good.
Yeah.
So who'd be the next longest person on the panel? It'd be like probably either Paul or Al.
Meadows, but he just.
Well, yeah, Russ Meadows, but he's not even here right now. So, Paul or Al.
Yeah.
We'll do both. Both, since A starts before P, we'll go with Al. Give me a couple of 2 or 3 of your people that you have enjoyed watching as far as in some of the episodes since you've been here.
I'll be right back.
One of them has been Chad Staton in Woodchopping Time and Safety Dan.
Yep. Oh yeah, they're hilarious.
Funny, really, really funny. They've always being so diametrically opposed, or at least that's the way they say it. I think he was like walking down the street one day and meets Safety Dan. But anyway, if you don't know who they are, go check them out. Chad Staton, Woodchopping Time. I think that was a good show, a really good show. And I had another one queued up. Donald was on the show.
I enjoyed Donald that night. Yeah, that he was on.
1,500 subscriber party giveaway took place, and he's also been a panel member too for forever and ever and ever until Russ disowned him because he went to work at Lowe's. No, I'm just joking.
Got to stick with your morals,
right? I thought I had keyed up another one. Oh yeah, Steve Carmichael.
Yeah.
Every time I see Steve, I mean, it's like he just brings happiness. You know, it just seems like it oozes out of him. You know, he's such a good guy. But
he's always got a smile on his face.
Always. He is just the jolliest, most, outgoing person I've ever met. I mean, there's a lot of them. I just sat there and looked through the list, basically.
I know.
There's a Matt Haas guy. I mean, but I don't know.
I don't know that Matt Haas guy.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Paul, real quick.
Well, I always enjoy when you have Steve Good on. He's always got a lot of
Steve Good
information. And I agree with Al, Steve Carmichael, and Chad Stanton. And Chad and Safety Dan have kind of parted ways, and Chad's got his own show now.
Yeah.
And, I kind of miss the two of them together. But Chad has a new shop now.
Yeah, that was not done. They've been together for years, and it was Chad's moving out of the. All right, so they've been together for years. He's actually a neighbor of Chad's, and he used to come. And he came over to the shop all the time, and that's how that it got invented and everything. And Chad is bought a new house and property and moving away, right. And so it's kind of inevitable that it was so easy for them to connect together, since they were next door neighbors, basically. To do the Safety Dan and Chad thing, that now it's not going to be as convenient, and things have worked their way on. People, their family life changes, things changes in the futures and stuff like that. So it was it's been a saddening parting, if I'm saying that right, but in the same aspect, it's just one of those things that just life goes on and things change.
And I think having the panel that you have on here makes every show special.
Yeah.
In a good way or a bad way?
Yeah.
Or a weird way.
All right. Dennis Godson's still out there. Jimbo, which is James Parker, Aussie Man. Steve Carmichael's still out there. And he said, well, thanks.
You're welcome, Steve.
All right. The last one because we're rocking down to the 9 o'clock hour, and I'm not going to run real late tonight because I still got this head cold, and so this is the last one, and this is for a 10-pound box of sandpaper from Klingsport. Okay.
Oh my gosh, I love that prize.
The 10-pound box from Klingsport. Now, what you need to understand when you send in this one in some of this things, you get two choices. So once I declare you as the winner, I'll contact you, and you have two choices. You can get either the 10-pound box of coarse medium fine or the 10-pound box of medium fine. So once I declare you as a winner, I will send you an email, ask you which one do you want, this coarse medium fine or the medium fine.
Which one is delivered by the sailboat?
Which is one's what?
Which one gets delivered by my sailboat?
The medium fine. So
there you go.
So yeah. So anyway, so the last question of the night is we talked shop safety with this woodworker who lives in Ocala. What was the season episode and what was his name? I had him on the show one night. We talked shop safety.
Ocala. All right.
Shut the heck up, Chris.
Sorry.
Talking to himself again.
Yeah, no,
I got the wife over here on the sidelines.
Yeah, but you're blurting out stuff over the air.
Don't listen to me. I'm an idiot.
I thought he was just off his meds.
So yeah, we talked shop safety one night on the show, and what was his name and the season and the episode?
This is one time where I wish you haven't had so many shows.
Well, I know. And then we're going to talk about that real quick. This is the longest, and I have to brag, the longest running live woodworking show in the history of YouTube, as far as I know it. I mean, this is my season 5. That's 5 years.
Ross, I've always told you, just keep doing what you're doing and never mind the others.
This is 5 years we've been doing this show, and and I wanted to do this show during Christmas time, and it just wouldn't let me do it. Then I tried it planned last week, and we couldn't do it last week, and so we're having it now. But I have some people lined up already for some of the next next shows and stuff this year. And we're going to get back into the woodworking thing and bringing people on the show and doing that thing. It's just, you have to understand, during the Christmas vacation time is when they have family vacation. So some of these woodworkers don't have the time to, they're spending time with their families to be on the show. So we have to kind of fill in with things. One of the things that the fill in was, I want to do the Christmas New Year's special, which was last week, which should have been done the week before that, but unfortunately I was sick, was to give away some of these prizes. We're doing it now. We're getting it out of the way. It's okay. Everything's done. So I continue to strive to produce, good content, as good as I can. I get only way I can say it, but we've been doing this for 5 years now. 5 years. I am very fortunate. I am very blessed to have all of y'all that are out there. Dennis Godson, Donna's Wood Art, Ken McCrory, James Parker, Donna Presley, who's Donna's Wood Art, in the chat, and all these people that are on the panel that are with me from week to week to be here. I can't continue to do this without the support from these guys that are here, this panel, from week to week, and without y'all out there. When I look over there and I see 40, 50, 60 people sometime watching me, I'm in awe. In the same aspect, I want it to continue to grow. Tell your brothers, tell your sisters, tell your neighbors. My brother and his wife watch this. My other brother watches. My grandson watches this. I mean, tell your brothers, sisters, and neighbors out there. And oh, by the way, thank you so very much. I have 42 thumbs up. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate that so very much. But tell everybody about the show and come on and let's watch. I will continue to get prizes to give away. The sponsors are for Fort Worth and giving. Trust me. I don't have any problems getting prizes when we want to get prizes. So I appreciate you very much. I want to get back into also doing the content where we have the woodworkers come on. We have some of them that do, like Sean Rubino, which does a very good job on the inlay and stuff, like when they're actually showing us some of the stuff they do live compared to just sitting around and chatting. It's going to sometimes have to be a sit around chatting because that's no other way we can do it. What are you laughing
at? Mandy 52799 says our whole family is watching.
Well, that's great. I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
They've probably already all of them won something tonight.
And also, if you have not, and I said this the other week, and I think I finally got around to everybody except one person, and that word person's was the anyway. Have not received your gifts from the scroll saw thing, let me know, because they've some of the sponsors. I mean, you have to realize we rocked that scroll saw thing up until the end or in the middle or whatever November. The time I gave the prizes or had the show, it was almost in December. So we hit the December holidays, which is some of their busiest season for the sponsors selling stuff, and so it got. I'm sure things got put on the back burner. Needless to say, if you haven't received everything from your the scroll saw contest, let me know. So, and I think Mandy's Spoony Burger is the one I need to contact, and I'll be contacting them.
Morgan,
I believe, or Morgan.
Yeah, Morgan.
It says Mandy, but
Yeah, Morgan's
Morgan still hasn't got yours. All right, I will contact you. But other than that, everybody should have. I think Paul just called me the other day. He got his from Bear Woods.
Yep, I did.
I never got
all went out.
I never got the mask, Russ.
Which one?
The RZ mask
from
the scroll saw contest.
Okay. All right, I'll get in
But
contact.
no big deal. You know
Oh,
what?
no. I know it's no, but if you don't send me information, like, about this, then I don't know. Because I had 2 or 3 years ago on the scroll saw contest, 4 months after this contest was over, I got an email telling me that they never got their prize. 4 months.
I wasn't going to say anything. I just wanted to do the project. That's what.
No. I want to know this stuff because I remind the sponsors just in case. But anyway, 4 months later, and I told the guy we backed it up and it had been sent. But after 4 months, do you know how hard it is to do a tracking number on something that's 4 months later?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know, so if you don't tell me you haven't got your prize, then I have no way of being able to back it up. So, please, Matt, send me an email.
You got it, brother.
That to say, and then I still haven't got my RZ mask from that, and I will contact them at RZ Mask and see. But yeah, when you wait 4 months, and then I look up on the tracking number and it says it's got delivered, and I'm not all right. Matt sends me a letter 4 months later and says I didn't get my mask, and I look it up and it says it's got delivered. Do you know how hard that's going to be 4 months later to try to track that thing and figure it out?
Yep, you're right.
So, I understand that some of the sponsors slip up. I slip up. I sent one time. I'm fixing the coffee here. I'm going to take some water, keep from coughing.
Yes.
I slipped up one time and sent the email. I'm still going to have to call. And I sent it to a wrong address and didn't know that. And so when I sent the second time, this is the second one I meant, and the guys come back and said, well, we never got the first one. I'm like, and I went back and looked, and it was did not send or whatever. But
and by the way, Russ, workshop with Jim Bashir says he never got his Laguna lathe yet.
It's not really that big of a deal. I just thought I'd throw that out there because we're making a list.
Okay.
So don't even pay any mind to it.
All right. All right. There's two things that I do want to bring up before we get off of here. And if you guys would be so kind, I hate to put this on you. Can I ask you to do this something for me real quick?
Sure.
Pull up the GoFundMe pages for these two when I announce them.
Sure.
And put them out there in the chat, please. The first one is we've had two fellow woodworkers within this past 30, 60 days or whatever, who are right here at Christmas time, who have had devastating fires that have burnt their shops and their houses. The first one is Brian Gidney from Summers Woodworking. He's lost his whole home, all of his shop, all of his tools, and everything. Just gone. So, plus on the fact that his wife has had cancer, and they're recovering from that, it just seems to be like a never-ending turmoil of devastation in his family. So, if you have anything that you can or would like to give to Brian Gidney, Al's going to try to post the GoFundMe link for that over in the chat, so you can go there. If not, just type in Brian. Go to GoFundMe.com and type in Brian Gidney or Summers Wood. Yeah, it should be Brian Gidney.
I put him in the inside chat there, Russ.
Okay.
Okay.
If y'all would do that, and the next one is Charles Deering. Charles Deering just had a devastating house fire.
Yeah, they're both.
He didn't lose everything in his house, but he pretty well, I think he might as well lost everything from what the video that I had seen. So it pretty well devastated his house. He lost a lot of his woodworking stuff and everything else. So if you'd be so kind to remember him also. And he has a GoFundMe page out there for Charles Deering. He's lost a lot of stuff in his house fire. I mean, these are just devastating things to people in the woodworking community that, it's awful right here at Christmas time when you're supposed to be happy and having a good time with your family and everything. And Brian's, within the last 30 days, his house burnt slapped down. They drove up and saw the fire trucks there, and they have no house. They have the clothes on their back is all they have.
Yeah, I chatted with Brian. They came home to find it all going on.
Yeah.
I just put them both in the YouTube chat, so the Hangout chat.
I did too. So they're like 4 or 5.
That's fine. That's fine. So, if you have anything to be able to give to them, and I'm recently finding out about some of this, so I'll be contributing. Trust me, myself. I wouldn't ask you to contribute if I wasn't going to contribute, but begin with. But yes, so if you would be so kind as to whatever it is, I mean, they could use when you're talking about driving up and finding your house gone, and you look at your wife and your wife looks at you, and what you have is your car and whatever you have on your personal being at that time, that's it. That's devastating. I can't even fathom that. I was working for the fire department for 30 years, and I saw that happen in my lifetime numerous times where people would drive up and their house be gone. I can't fathom that as a person. I don't know how I won't know how to respond. And then they've been dealt so many bad blows this last year with, I know Beth has had cancer. And so this is just one thing compounding on to another. And please, 5, 10, 50, whatever you have, I'm sure they would appreciate it. And I'm not on here trust me, I don't come on here every week to beg for money for people. It's just that these are two people that I know, and they have been devastated right here at Christmas time by fire, and just their lives, their whole world has been turned upside down, is the only way I can put it. So if you'd be so kind to do that, I would very much appreciate it.
I just want to say that I spoke to Brian a couple of days back on Facebook. I talked to him, and I asked him how he was getting along. And this was right around the holiday period where no business offices were open. I asked him, was Red Cross helping him out? And he said that they gave him numbers and stuff, but everybody you talk to is closed for the holidays. And I said, well, where are you staying? He said right now he's living out of his car.
Wow.
Him and his wife. He didn't have a place to stay. And so it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. He lost his, like you said, he lost his house, his tools, his clothes, everything is gone.
I'm making the right calls then.
And stuff. So if you can give, do what you can. If you be so kind.
Their luck is just, I mean, last year she had the medical bills with the what was it, brain cancer?
Yep.
And just this, and it's just horrible. So if anybody can just give even a little bit,
and keep these two families in your thoughts and prayers also. I mean, finally, if you can give something, keep them in your
both families came to buy a break.
Yep.
Right.
And I agree. I mean, just wanted to put that out there so everybody would know. And
I'm glad you did, Russ, because I was going to bring it up myself some way tonight. So I'm glad you did.
I'd been thinking about that today. Circumstances be what they made. I found out about one and then found out about the other. Because, like I said, I've had some things going on here at Christmas time, too. My niece has cancer, we found out. But while I was thinking about that today, earlier, I was thinking, like, yeah, I got to tell everybody about that. Because, I mean, there's 40 people. Well, we had over 53 people at one time, but over 40 people continuously watch this show tonight.
Right.
We got 44 thumbs up. If everybody of those 44 gave $10, that would be $440.
Right.
That's a chunk of change, people. That's a chunk of change that would help them.
Yeah. Depending on the situation, that's a couple nights in the hotel.
Yep.
Yeah.
You straight. So,
I mean, it's a rough world, and we're all in this rowboat together. So
I'm not here begging for money for them. All I'm saying is, if I can understand their situation, and do what you can do, please. I would ask that.
Absolutely.
So, all right, we're going to get out of here for tonight. I hope that y'all have all enjoyed this, and don't forget the contest at simplywoodencreations.com. And don't forget what you're supposed to put in all that.
Russ, thank you for hosting that. That's nice of you to give that stuff away.
That's not me. I ain't giving nothing away.
mean,
it's the sponsors that are giving away.
I'll take it.
I already have dock space at the sailboat for the sailboat is ready. Just bring the boat in.
I'm just the okay. I'm the, how do you want to put it? I'm the in-between guy.
They were in Santa's bag.
I beg and plead for them to give stuff to me, and then I give it to you.
He lifted it out of Santa's bag.
I lifted it out of Santa's bag. So.
Yeah, the elves build it, Santa delivers.
Oh, whoa. Osprey Mama. She just contributed $9.99 though. Well, thank you very, very much for a super chat. Thank you. I appreciate that very, very much.
She has a great channel. Yeah. Check her out.
Yeah, Osprey. I have watched her channel. She does the ones about the birds.
Right.
Ospreys.
I think one of the last videos was a
I watched your channel. So
I implemented a few of my tips from All Things YouTube.
And the squirrel kept going after the wren, I think is what it
was.
I
watched that one.
And it's pretty cool.
Pretty cool. Okay, so anyway, we're going to get out of here tonight. I don't want to carry the show on really, really long. I appreciate all you being here. Thank you, Brenda. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Dixon, Jim Bashirs, Matt Haas, Ken Moon, Al Forte, Paul Corliss, and Russ Meadows. Thank you all for being there or being here tonight. I appreciate it very much. And don't forget those GoFundMes over there. And if you need to find them, I will post probably the links for them in the actual. I'll make some. Sorry. I'll make some posts myself in the comments. Hold on. You know how you get that little
just go to Facebook and put in
and go to
Facebook. Charles Daring, Brian Gidney.
You know how you get that little tickle in the back of your throat that just drives you crazy and makes you want to cough. But I'll post in the comments also if you need to find those GoFundMe pages. So anyway, that's it for tonight. I appreciate you being here. There's only one thing we have left to do, and that is just give me sawdust, lots of sawdust all around me and everywhere. I like it flying all around my shop and even in my beard and hair. Good night, everybody. Thank you for watching.
Good night, boys and girls.
Good night, everyone. Good
night. Bye, y'all.
Good night. Bye, everybody.
And remember, you don't have to go home, but you cannot stay here. Bye-bye.